Ross, you mentioned advertising a little bit earlier, and you often hear people saying that they don't want to be on a social network that is obviously advertising to them. And advertising, you could say, people want to say, kill the social network. How do brands get around that, and how do consumers get around it?
I would definitely advise all our clients not to advertise on social media. But that's different
I would
from...
advise that they do.
We have reached a point of contention.
But I would, no, because it's an intrusion. I mean, just as I'd say, don't do telesales. But if you create and you manage conversations online, totally different thing.
Yeah.
So if you're getting people to consume and discuss a topic around your brand, awesome. But to run paid for posts, I think is actually an intrusion, just an irritant, and that's what television's for. Television or billboards is an interruptive medium. Social media is a conversational medium, so you must make sure you're part of it, and you just got to manage it correctly, rather than. And you see, clients don't like that because it's about control. They want to control. So they can control a television ad, and they can't control social media because it can bite you, because you don't know what consumers are going to say. But actually, if you embrace that and you make sure that there is a conversation and it's the right conversation, it'll actually make the client think a little bit about what consumers want to talk about and what's important to them. And those are the ones who do that well, to me, are the ones that win. The ones that just pump out crap by paid media is actually lazy, and I think people just... It's such you can ignore something on social media quicker than you can turn a page on a magazine. Okay?
That's true.
And so you have to, I mean, just look at Twitter. When it first came out, it seemed rich with opinions, and now it's just everybody's promoting themselves. And then, so actually I don't even read Twitter anymore. It's boring. And that's the problem. So our wear out factor is so quick. And, by the time the client gets on, it's too late.
So the big article that came out, was it last week, from Forrester's around, brands stop advertising on Facebook. I mean, it did the rounds. Yeah. Everyone was talking about it. What do we do now? We've invested all this money in Facebook specifically. And Forrester's is coming out saying it's useless. It's absolutely useless to brands. And I think, from that piece of research, I think what everyone sort of skimmed over wasn't the fact of it's the platform's problem. It's what we're doing on the platform.
Oh, totally.
So the little takeout there was actually brands are trying to do relationship building by throwing ads, display ads at people. That's not how you build relationships. We don't have relationships with billboards, and we don't have relationships with TV screens. But that doesn't mean that the platform's broken. It just means we need to use it differently.
A great analogy is it's a dinner party. So if I'm an insurance company and I go to a dinner party and I start trying selling or Tupperware or whatever.
Your cards out, your products.
People will quickly ignore you. But if you go and you talk about, do you know the rise of cancer? Have you heard about people getting cancer? And everybody, You're in the conversation. Then you pull out your business card.
That's how you do it.
But I think that, and clients don't like that because it's too open. It's not controlled. And that's the problem with business. Business is all about control. And you've got this medium that's out of your control. But if they can just shift their view of it, find the right people to manage it, off you go.
And I guess brands suffer from this sort of Me Too complex, where they look at the brand next door and go, but they're doing it, so we need to do it as well.
Yeah.
And we get into the cycle of, well, we're all doing it now, so somehow that must justify us spewing more advertising, pure hard advertising at people. But absolutely, it's about reinventing the way that we use these platforms, and then also understand that people don't want to have a relationship with every single product on the shelf. Especially within FMCG, I don't necessarily want to have a relationship with a can of soup. I just don't. But there is a version of relationship that I want with the company, and that best serves my needs as and when I need them.